Right, so in today's video, I'll be showing and teaching you guys how to create 3 of my favorite editing techniques here on CapCut. And so, welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Before we get into all that, we are getting suspiciously close to hitting our first actual goal of the channel, which is hitting that 100 subscriber base. Now, to some of you guys, it might seem as a minute or even a small achievement, but to me personally that actually means a lot, because that's actually a boost as well as a signal to me personally, informing me that, hey, listen, you are actually heading towards the right direction, and that motivates me and keeps me going. So once again, thank you guys so much for rocking with me. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the video. So for the video isolation, you want to make sure to choose a video with a very vibrant color. So let's go ahead and import this video of the lady with the blue dress with her bicycle. Now, once the video has been imported, go ahead and click on Adjust and select HSL. Now, once HSL has been selected, go ahead and pay attention to the colors presented in the video. So in the video right now, we can see the blue dress as well as the color of the bicycle and the basket presented in front of the bicycle. Now for the brown basket, we can just ignore it because the color presented to us on the right side, there isn't any brown color there, so we can just ignore that. And for her dress, we do see the cyan blue over here and the actual blue, as well as the color of the bicycle. Now for the color of the bicycle, if you cannot find any color of your choice, you can also choose a similar color. For example, we are going to stick to red in this case. So for red, go ahead and increase the saturation to 100. And do the exact same thing for the other 2 blues. Now for the other colors, we can go ahead and do the exact opposite. So you click on this one and reduce the saturation to -100 and do the exact same thing for all the other colors. And now it should look like this. As you can see, the background has been completely grayed out and mute, which gives the entire video a new atmospheric vibe to it, a more storytelling vibe if you will, as well as keeping the original color of the dress and the bicycle intact, which makes the video more interactive as well as interesting and to edit in a more professional manner. Now let's move on to the next editing tutorial. Now for the next trick, which is actually one of my very favorites, I will show you guys how to create this water illusion. But before we get into all the editing, let me actually take you guys to the process. Alright, so for this trick to work, all you really need is just an empty glass, a jar of water. It could also be a cup, it doesn't matter. And also in this case, I'm using a phone, but don't worry, it can be anything. It can also be a piece of paper that you place on the glass or whatever. Now, once everything is set, you can go ahead and start the recording and make sure that your phone is set to portrait mode instead of like this. So now you can go ahead and start recording yourself. Now, when recording, make sure that the camera you're recording yourself only picks up your finger clicking on the phone. Now you want to hold that position for like 10 to 15 seconds. Afterwards, you can go ahead and remove the phone and pour the water into the glass. Now when pouring the water into the glass, you want to make sure to keep a little bit of distance so that way the editing later on will be smoother. So just go ahead and pour it. Again, make sure to keep a little bit of distance because if it's too close, then the trick won't work. So just around this distance should work. So just go ahead and pour it into the cup like that. And that's about it. If you want to, you can go ahead and fill up the glass, but we really don't have to. Now let's get back to CapCut. Now once you're in CapCut, go ahead and import the video and slide all the way to the point where we're about to start pouring the water into the glass. So you scroll till around here. And now you split the video into 2. Now we have 2 videos. Click on the second video and search for overlay to place the second video underneath the first. Now you drag the second video all the way to the point where we're about clicking the phone. So you drag to like around here. You're dragging a little bit further. So right here. Now go ahead and click on the second video and search for mask. So you scroll all the way to the end and click on mask. Select horizontal and do a complete 180. So you click on horizontal and just rotate it all the way. Now just confirm it and it should look like this. And there you have it. Now it seems like the water is pouring straight from our phone. However, if you notice, there is still room for improvement because the water is actually flowing halfway through the glass and not directly from our phone. So what we can do here is click on the second video. Now click on mask and drag the line all the way towards the very bottom of the phone and confirm it, and it should look like this. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Now let's move on to the next editing tutorial. Right, now moving on to the next editing tutorial, which is the background and title card. Now a lot of YouTubers actually use this, and fun fact, I actually learned this from this content creator right here. No pun intended. Now let's get back into the video. Right, so in this video, I'm actually explaining the features of this tracking device. And what we are going to do here is actually bring in the title card as we are speaking. That way the video becomes more interactive and engaging to our viewers. So let's go ahead and bring in our kinetic dot video right here. So we're going to drag and bring into the timeline. So around here, and now just go ahead and crop it and make it into a full video or full screen. So now that it's imported, let's go ahead and add some transition. That way it transitions into the title card. So let's go ahead and do that. So we are going to split it right here and drag the middle part into the upper timeline. Now just go ahead and click on transitions. Now in transitions, you can go ahead and choose whatever transitions suit your editing style. As you can see, there are so many of them here, and they also offer some free transitions as well. But for this one, we are going to go with slide left. So it should look like this.
Been missing. This right here is my auto face tracking.
Right. Now at this point, we can go ahead and import our image of the device we are talking about. That way it makes it more engaging, if you know what I mean. So you click on media and import the image right here. So just drag it and bring it into the timeline. Now we can go ahead and crop it and adjust it that way it fits into the whole title card. So around that level, and just shift it a little bit towards the left. Now we can actually go ahead and animate this image. That way it also becomes interesting and engaging for the viewers. So let's go ahead and click on animations on the right side this time around. Now once again, you can go ahead and choose whatever animations suit your editing style. As you can see, there are so many here and the variety is crazy. And they also offer a lot of free animations. Of course, the majority of them, or the craziest of them, is the paid animation. So for this video, we are going to go with Padlet. But again, you can go with whatever animation suits your needs. You can go with whatever free one that's available to you or paid option.
Right here is my auto.
And now if we go back to the beginning, it should look like this.
Now let me show you what you've been missing. This right here is my auto face tracking tripod, aka my.
Right, now we can go ahead and add a text to seal the entire package. Now just go ahead and readjust it, that way it fits into the frame. And now once again, you can choose whatever font you prefer. I'll go with Anton for this video. Now just adjust it, that way it becomes and looks engaging. Right, that looks quite all right. Now again, for the text, we can also leave it as it is or also give it some sort of animation. That way it matches with our image. So you click on animation. And once again, there are so many animations you can go with.
This right here is my auto face tracking tripod, aka my personal camera.
And there you go, you guys get the point. Now we can actually leave it as it is and seal the deal, or we can make it a little bit more professional by creating another transitioning back into the main video. So in order for that to happen, we actually have to reconnect all these other layers. So these layers you guys are seeing right here, we need to bring them back into the main timeline, because on CapCut, transitions only work if everything is on the same timeline. And for that to happen, we just have to select all these layers and right click and choose create compound clip. And what that does is it compresses everything back into the main frame. So now we can go ahead and actually create a transition in that way. It goes back into the main video and it doesn't seem random or out of nowhere. Again, we come back to transitions. Now you can choose whatever transitions you want to, but I'll actually go with one of my favorites. So glare. Now you just drag and bring into the timeline. And it should look like this. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. So welcome to the end of the video. Please make sure to save this video and actually try out these techniques for yourself. Who knows, you might actually develop a thing for editing yourself. And if you're editing on CapCut on your phone and you're not used to CapCut yet and you want to achieve the exact same results, however you don't know how to do so on your phone, then please don't be shy to hit me up in the comment section below on how to do so, and I'll also give you a step-by-step process on how to achieve the exact same result. Or if you want to, you can also hit me up on my Instagram. The link to that is in the description below. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, because that's the only language that YouTube understands. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.